How's it going, everybody? This is CyberKnight-Miky, and today we're going to take a look at the WeiJiang / Black Apple Funded Leader and the Aoyi Mech LS-12 Devouring the Heart's Devil, which are both a movie masterpiece knockoffs of the Optimus Prime and Megatron and are better than the originals. How the hell did you even do it, Hasbro? You literally are an official billion-dollar company, and you literally make your products look like knockoffs, and these are knockoffs that looks more official than your official. No wonder why you're going broke. Now you can pick these guys up at Shoshi's store. However, at the time of the release of this review, they have sadly sold out. However, they do tend to literally restock from time to time, which is inevitable since they do sometimes restock their items. So you can always wait, or you can always check out other Transformers stuff that might interest you even more. And of course, if you like what you see about this video, considering liking the video, comment down below what you think, and of course, if you are generous, subscribe to this channel. Now there have been some configuration and modification done with the WeiJiang Funded Leader, which being is that the modification of the headlights, which instead of just being rested over here, you literally tuck them in underneath to literally looking like this, like he had in the film. And then there's also another one which, if considering out of the box, this whole area was intact with these pieces. However, it also has the cost of stressing the plastic, which there was one YouTuber by the name of JFix94 which actually did solve the problem. And by that I literally mean just take this piece, then just cut like half of the hinge, and where it literally becomes a clip, and then just unclip it and then just tuck it in, just so that this chest piece collapses even more, just so that you can literally not only tab it in easily, but also so that the tabbing mechanism doesn't stress the plastic. Which it is a method. Yes, that would mean it would parts form, but then again, this is the violent psychopath we're talking about, so who really cares about that? But even then, parts forming or not, the overall painting and sculpting of this Optimus Prime is absolutely outstanding. I mean, every single bit of mechanical detail, the painting of the metallic gold, the chrome, the red, the blue, is all exquisite. I mean, even the backpack, which is the most compact and of course very on point looking for the CGI model. They even gave him the booty plates, which they didn't have to do, but they still did it because, God, it just proves of all the WeiJiang's engineering. And I know that some may not like it about his complexity, but then again, they literally try to well, for the most part, copy the MPM4 Optimus Prime, which honestly, if you want to blame something that literally has that complexity of the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, then blame Hasbro for literally making that garbage movie masterpiece figure to begin with. I mean, considering WeiJiang, which rest in peace, and honestly, after WeiJiang's disappearance, Hasbro has gotten a karma. But you gotta remember that WeiJiang is a fourth-party company, which means they literally copy-paste official products and then engineer them. And if you want to have something that you want to feel solid, you have to work with it. Because sometimes when it comes with knockoffs, you had to literally put the effort in order to make them solid, which this figure does have solidity, but there are some points like, of course, since there are some people that did point out that he has some translucent plastic, which I would be mad, but then again, Legacy and other official products from Hasbro literally use translucent plastic, which are honestly even worse. So on that point, I don't even give a damn about criticizing this figure for using translucent plastic. It is inevitable. But there are some huge issues, such as the door hinge here that did crack on me, but then again, it was my fault since I did kind of force it in a little bit too much. But even if it kind of had that kind of issue, it still moves pretty fine, even with that hinge cracked, because the other had a little bit more restrictions. But yeah, just to point out, if you want to have the door hinge a little bit more solid, be careful with it. And of course there's also the truck brows, which are also made of translucent plastic, but even if there is translucent plastic, it is still robust. I mean, dear God, with all the die-cast metal such as the feet, which with the help of coverage technique, it is there, and it is very nice. And of course, the arms and the tires are just black magic genius, because there is a lever for the arms, which is this blue piece, which is literally a lever where you need to transform it, where you just pull on it and it will literally unlock this mechanism, which is just clever. And same with the tires, which is literally just compact when you literally transform it into robot mode. But when you transform it into his truck, you literally just expand it to literally form the double tires, which is the help with these pegs, where you literally peg into these holes here and then turn it towards you to lock it in place. And these locks backwards, and to unlock it you just do reverse, and that is just incredible. But yeah, it just looks outstanding. I mean, it's still incredible. And do keep in mind that this is just a copy of the WeiJiang funnel leader and not from them, since they are already passed away. So there's literally another kind of factory that has that copy, and pretty much, well, I think they literally changed some plastic quality, considering, if I remember correctly, there were some reviews that the head literally pushed down a little bit further down, which made his lead look a little bit off. However, with this head gimmick, which was carried from the Omni-Knight Optimus Prime, which Movie Masterpiece line literally carried on, you can literally make him do the face, the unmasked face, and that actually looks pretty better than how I remember WeiJiang, and honestly, that just looks good. And even if there's some pieces that it kind of doesn't have in, like these pieces, there's still these, well, smokestacks, which are literally connected here, and of course the gas tanks that connects here actually locks this whole backpack into place, and honestly, it is incredible. So yeah, no matter if there's some QC issues such as some panels, I mean, and even the legs that I forgot to mention, which I do love that they actually attempted to make it a little bit more accurate to the overall CGI model. While not 100% accurate, because let's face it, the CGI model literally, well, the overall transformation for that CGI model always changed over movies, so there's no correction there. If you want a more accurate CGI model, either get the Free Zero figure or YOLO Park Optimus Prime. But for an MPM figure, this actually fits. But now we're getting to the other figure, which also used translucent plastic, is Devouring the Heart's Devil. Which this one is literally named after Megatron's, well, scene, which was literally a cut kind of scene where Megatron was supposed to eat Jazz's Spark, which is actually shown in a Transformers comic. However, Michael Bay thought it was, well, too brutal and literally had to change it. Quite ironic how Michael Bay literally had ruined our childhood and literally made Optimus Prime a fucking psychopath. But I thought that Jazz's Spark being eaten was too much. Yeah, sure. Fucking hacks. While some people may not like the overall weird decision that the CGI, that the people behind the scenes literally had to make the CGI model look a little bit more scrappy. And considering this Movie Masterpiece figure is based on the Movie Masterpiece figure that literally has a god damn, that's a backpack. Honestly, I cannot figure out how they would actually attempt to make a 100% accurate backpack, because let's be honest, to make a fully 100% accurate kind of figure is not possible for Megatron. And trust me, there's one figure that literally has him having a separate torso, and you literally have the other, which is literally transformable. So yeah, that figure exists, but let's be honest, that figure, I heard it wasn't the best due to that plastic quality not being great. So I don't really mind him looking like, yeah, having a big backpack and kind of look plain. Wait a minute. Pointy? Plain? And has sharp crooked teeth? Oh my god, he's British. But yeah, I know that there's many people that don't like this design, but for me, I kind of grew with it. It's not the best, but it still looks really nice. And remember when I said that he's used translucent plastic? Well, that's because this piece kind of broke out of the box. But it was easy to superglue it, but yeah, do keep in mind that the QC do be a little bit more fragile with this Megatron, because some pieces, while very tolerable, does tend to literally break if you literally move him wrong. So do be careful with that. And some pieces, due to the oversizing, trying to oversize the overall mold, does have some flaws. So again, you really need to adjust it in order to make him, to literally make him the way you want him to be. But yeah, other than the official, which that I also stated before, instead of looking kind of really, well, cheap looking, but they still had the nice translucent red plastic, he is now more faithful with the overall gold and silver. And I do mean the whole body. And the only diecast metal I've detected from here is the chest plate and of course the feet. But aside from the paint and the diecast metal, and of course the fingers, which are also articulated, and of course the mouth gimmick, which you can literally pull the famous quote he used: "Give me the Allspark and I may let you live as my Discord kid." He also has some Cybertronian hieroglyphic, which is very nice addition to this Megatron. And yeah, there's still also rubberized parts, but they're a little bit more robust than the original. And of course, something that is better, and of course, even with his solidity, there's one thing that the knockoff fixed than the original, is with the hips. They are a little bit more solid than they used to be, so now he doesn't kind of lean forward as the original does. So it is very nice that they actually attempt to make him a little bit more solid. But yeah, that's all I have pretty much had to say about the painting and sculpt of this guy, because let's be honest, this is literally the Megatron voiced by Hugo Weaving, which that actor did not even know who Megatron was or even care. Which kind of explains why his lines were really one-dimensional. But hearing Frank Welker with this one really makes it a little bit more very, very exciting. But I do like both. Now, while both are pretty much different, they both have their kind of similar function, which is literally having artifacts stored inside them. For Prime, you literally just had to move this chest piece, and what you also need to do is just take this part separator, just for easy method, and just hinge down the tab, like so, and then you just hinge down this door, right so, to literally release the Matrix of Leadership, which, as you can see, is very small and kind of a little bit bland. The problem I have with this Matrix is that while it is looking really nice, it doesn't really have blue paint inside, which I would have really liked. But it is made of die-cast metal, which is pretty nice. For Megatron, however, it's a different kind of story. While you can do parts separated with a part separator, however, it will be a little bit trickier. What you can do instead is just untap this part, then you just hinge out, like so. Then you just take out this die-cast metal stomach area, or chest piece, that is literally made of die-cast metal, to literally remove the old spark, which of course is to recreate the scene where he literally died from Yifu. That's just a joke you may not know. But yeah, it is pretty nice that you literally get the old spark included with Megatron, and as you can see, it is very nicely sculpted. And here we have them side by side. As for accessories, Optimus Prime comes with 2 ion blasters, which each have their own individual tab that taps into each slot of the hole, and you just tap it in, wrap the fingers, and there you go. And of course he comes with 2 Energon blades that are fully painted with silver, and of course has cyber hieroglyphics, which is pretty nice. And of course you just unfold the arm panel, just rest the blade there, and just fold it up like origami. And now he's ready for battle. As for Megatron, he comes with a fusion cannon, which you can literally tap into one hand for one action, or you can literally tap it in with both arms to literally do the long barrel mode, where he literally just shoots Optimus far ahead. And that looks awesome. And of course he comes with 2 whips instead of the regular one, so you can literally dual whip, or you can also do the extended whip. And that looks amazing. And of course we also have the extra faceplate for Optimus, but yeah, once again it is completely obsolete. I mean, it's nice, but yeah, we don't need it. So yeah, the accessories are pretty good on both of them. As for the overall posability, while Optimus Prime still has the smaller hinge system, which was still kept on to the rest of the NPM line until NPM 13 and 14 literally changed it to literal bolt joints. But still, the possibility for front leader is pretty stunning. And even feature one elbow joint that does maximum elbow, which functions like a double elbow joint, which is stunning. And of course, whilst it may seem like he doesn't have waist, if you just shift down the legs, it does have a way more waist, and even a hip joint can do that as well. There are some limitations, however it's still pretty inspiring. And while he doesn't have bulge on the feet, at least it would not disappear. As for Devouring the Devil, it's pretty much similar to the official, so nothing has changed. However, it is a little bit more pleasant than usual, so yeah. At least you won't have balancing issues, but it has nice ratchets. Possibility on these two are absolutely outstanding. Well, mostly for the Optimus Prime, they're pretty much great. While Megatron is a little bit limited, however, the articulation you do get is pretty good. A bit standard, but still enough to get me satisfied. For size comparison, here we have WeiJiang Fun Leader and of course Aoyi Mech LS-12 with other action figures in my collection. And while they will not scale well with the other action figures like Doomslayer or Godzilla, they scale very well with their Autobot and Decepticon counterparts. And now I'm very excited for their upcoming Brawl, and now I also need only Ratchet to complete this movie masterpiece collection for the 2007 collection. As for vehicle modes, Megatron is literally, well, a space jet. A really made up space jet. I mean, what the hell did you even think I was literally trying to say? It's just a made up space alien jet that looks absolutely like nothing. But then again, Megatron does not give a damn how he looks like, so it kinda fits him well. But of course, there's nothing special about talk about this yet, other than that the tabbing system is a little bit tricky, which you do have to literally, well, either loosen up the tabs or tighten up a little bit. But once you get a hang of it and take your time, and of course make sure that everything tabs in together, it is a really solid jet. However, some tabs is literally obsolete in this mode, like the upper area of the jet, which is unfortunate. But then again, it's an upscale knockoff, so it's reasonable. But you can also store the weapons, which I do love weapon storage. So yeah, you can literally do that. And then we also have WeiJiang from the leader's old mode, which is of course the Peterbilt 7379, and it is absolutely outstanding. While not the best looking truck, it's still a great looking truck nonetheless, and it's rods that it literally has in the front grille, which is a nice added detail. And of course the flames look so damn crisp, with the silver panel lines on the flames. And of course everything does tap in well together, which of course the transformation is quite, well, it is quite complex, but I never had any problem with the transformation, considering I literally had experience with the truck mode for Optimus Prime in my childhood, so that kind of blueprint literally is intact in my brain. But of course the undercarriage does look pretty, well, clean, and of course I do love the weapon storage for blades, and of course the cannons, which is stored inside the gas cans, which of course is kind of parts forming, but it is nice weapon storage, just don't lose them. And of course if you want to transform him back, you just open the panel first, don't literally untap the smokestacks first, because I do not repeat the mistakes that some YouTuber made. Literally obvious that you need to open the panel first, then the smokestacks, or you will have breakages. But of course there's also the rolling, which isn't great because the well, of course, due to the ingenuity of the wheels for Optimus Prime or from the leader, the wheels are not that smooth as I want it to be, but then again, it is expected, and it is a sacrifice I'm willing to take. And of course the overall size comparison for him is pretty damn nice, and of course the well, Ironhide's truck is pretty sizable and kind of accurate to how he appeared in the film. No joke, that's literally how big Ironhide's truck is next to the Peterbilt truck. Now you just need Ratchet. And of course here we have him, Fun Leader, in his robot mode next to, well, next to Megatron's, and yeah, this is a nice scale. So overall, the WeiJiang Thunder Leader and Aoyi Mech LS-12 Devouring the Heart's Devil are both really great figures to each own, and I highly recommend if you are a fan of the 2007 film, or if you're a Transformers fan in general, or just you really like the Transformers design from the Bay film. But do keep in mind that they are knockoffs, and of course you do need to be experienced with the overall transformation, because they are not messing around. These are the ones that you really need to have talent in order to literally transform these things, because especially with Fun Leader, because both of them literally, well, Fun Leader is literally a retooled MPM4, which of course, given that it is Hasbro's fault for designing this garbage, that you really need to take time and patience and practice in order to get it right as you want it to be. And of course, do keep in mind that even though the translucent plastic is robust for both of them, you still, and I do mean still, need to be careful when you transform them. Just a heads up. But of course, for these two, they still hold in a place in my heart for my childhood, because having these two together is a dream come true, and I really love no matter if those have criticism or not, whenever people like them or not, they still look good together. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, only time will tell what I'm about to do next. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Oh yeah, how could I forget the size comparison between Optional Goal and Studio Series Optimus Prime? Oh no, there's 3 of them!